What's going on, y'all? Tech Me Out here. I have tried to record this video at least 3 or 4 times before now. And yeah, between the heat and the bugs, it's a lot going on, but I wanted to record outdoors just to try to change the scenery up a little bit. So hopefully y'all can hear me well and over this traffic behind me. But y'all, it is so hot. I've been like wiping my sweat with this right here, and needless to say, I don't think I can use this anymore. So if you're new to the channel, basically what I cover up here are like a lot of unboxings, tutorials, product reviews, top 5 apps, and top Amazon deals, things of that nature. So if it sounds like something you might be interested in, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below so you can continue to get content from me. And without any further ado, I'm gonna get out my iPhone, you can get out yours, and let's talk about all the things that I have up here. So when it comes to the case on my phone, I'm rocking an option right now by Nomad. This is their clear leather case. I actually featured it in one of my recent videos, which I'll annotate in this video somewhere in the top corner so that you can check it out. And it looks good as you get the best of both worlds, so you can see the natural design of your phone, plus this leather bottom, so I like the setup. Now, as for my wallpapers, the one on my lock screen I just kind of found like months ago. I don't even remember from where. So I'm gonna link my lock screen and my home screen wallpapers down below in the description box so that you can check them out. All right, so I'm gonna move over here and hopefully be mirroring my iPhone over here. And taking a look at my setup, I have about, let's see, 3 or 4 pages of apps. All of the apps that I use the most are on my first page as well as within my dock. Let's go through these. I'm not gonna go through each and every one, but you can see them as I talk about them. So I use a lot of the default apps, notes in specific, I typically use to put down like the key points that I wanna talk about in a video. But I have actually migrated over from using that to an application called Notebook. And I like Notebook because the app is offered on my phone, my iPad, my computer, and also on my Android devices, so it allows me to better sync up my thoughts as I'm reviewing different products. So regardless of what device I'm on, I can access my notes. When I'm in here, I have different notebooks. So I have one for like just different business related things that I want to kind of jot down, from business strategies to video ideas and things that I don't want to forget. And I also have a notebook called Scripts. So when it comes to making like different videos, I'll go in here and jot down different things that I want to remember to talk about in the video regarding a specific product. I still tend to ramble, but it allows me to make sure that I hit all of the key points that I wanted to like discuss with all of you. So it kind of keeps me on track. And that's what I typically use that for. But when you're making these different notes, you can actually change the color of the note itself. You can share the note, trash the note. You can also customize the font, add pictures or links to different things. Now, if you've been following my What's on My iPhone videos, you know I've been a longtime fan of Fantastical. That is still the calendar app that I use, and I use it because I just like the layout of it, from allowing me to actually see the days of the month with a little dot to indicate the calendar it's associated with. So I can look at a certain date and say, hey, I got something work related going on, personal related, or an appointment or something of that nature, by just looking at the dot on the date. I also like to use reminders. I typically will go in here and make different lists for like my groceries, or a packing list, or when I have to shoot a wedding, I actually have a list in here for that as well. And it's really advantageous because I don't have to repopulate all the items. Now for music, I still use Spotify. I have also started using Apple Music, and I'm considering doing a video about the difference between the two. So let me know down below in the comment section if that's something that you would be interested in seeing. Then I have the MyCloud app. I actually have a more detailed video about this, but this is for my little Western Digital hard drive that's at home, that's cloud-based, so it acts as a server for my information. And I have this app on all of my devices, so it's on my iPhone, it's on my Android phone, it's on my iPad, and it really helps out because it keeps my photos in sync across my devices. So especially when I'm testing out a phone, I don't have to, use anything else but that is going to automatically back up the camera roll of that device, which is really helpful when I'm creating reviews and I want to put those pictures in there. I can easily do so. I also like using this app called Long Day to better track what I need to get done throughout the day. It's really simple. So you can tap next to the time slot in which you want to add an item to, and then jot it in. And then when that particular time of day occurs, it's going to give you an alert regarding what you should be doing at that time. So it's pretty much a day planner, and it helps out a lot because sometimes we think of like 20 different things we want to do in a day, but we really don't have time to do it. So this is going to help you better map out your day. I also have YouTube Creator Studio, which is really helpful when I want to come in here and check on how my videos are doing or different analytics about my channel. It's also really helpful to respond to your comments, as it gives me a really quick way way to do so. And then of course YouTube, Audible. I love using Audible to listen to my books. You would think that it kind of is like a lecture, but it's really not. It all depends on the narrator, I've learned. So I have my favorite narrators and I tend to check out books by them, but I like Audible better than Kindle right now because it allows me to multitask so that I can listen to a book and do something else at the same time. I also have my business folder. So in here I have my different apps to kind of help me better manage business related tasks, such as deliveries for my packages. So when I have an item on the way, this is what I'll use to better track where it is and when it's going to arrive. I also like to use numbers and occasionally Google Keep, but Notebook has kind of replaced my use for Google Keep. I also love Camcard. This is a really nice way to snap photos of your business cards in which you get, and it'll pretty much auto-populate all the information of that business card into a contact card here. This will give you all the information, including the actual picture that you took of the business card. I also like Clock. This is what I'll use to keep up with what time it is in different areas of the world. It's really simple to use, and it also offers you a widget so that you can quickly see what time it is in other areas of the world without even unlocking your phone to do so. I also have the Harmony app because I have the Logitech Harmony Hub, which is basically like a smart remote to better control your TV using the remote or your phone. So when my remote is all the way across the room, I can actually just use my phone, pop in here, choose the device that I want to control, and then choose the option in which I want to control about that item. So we're going to move on to the second page, and on this page I have all of my folders on the left and my apps to the right of it. So I have my smart tech folder. This is where like all of my smart tech related apps are. I also still use Nighttime. I love using this thing as my bedside clock at night. And then in my social folder where I have all of my social related applications. So if you didn't know that I was on Instagram, I am. My page is Tech Me Out, so that's spelled TECHME0UT. You can follow me up there as I offer some behind the scenes things. I'm also on Twitter as well, same name, TECHME0UT. You can also follow me up there to get some behind the scenes and things like that. I also have my shopping folder in here, so Retail Me Not, this is what I typically use for coupons. So anytime I'm shopping, generally before I check out, I will go in here and see if there are any coupons available for the particular place in which I'm at. You'll be surprised, you can actually save a decent amount of money if you just give yourself a second to do so. Fandango here, which is really nice to see what movies are playing around me and also find out about different movies. So if you're a moviegoer, you definitely probably want to download this. And if you're a moviegoer, you actually probably want to download another app. There it is, Movie Pass. Hey. So Movie Pass is a subscription-based service. It's about $10 a month, but it allows you to go to participating theaters and see pretty much any movie that you want at least once a day. So you can't see more than one movie a day. You also have to be a certain distance from the theater in which you want to check into. But to me, you get your money's worth, especially if you watch at least one movie a month, because being that this is about $10, which is the same price as about one movie ticket, you do the math. I think you get your money's worth. I also will use Verify occasionally to take pictures of different receipts to better track my spending. So if you have a business or maybe you just want to track your spending, definitely check out Verify. It auto-populates all the information on your receipt into the application so that later on in the year or in the month, you can actually export your spending into different spreadsheets. So I guess it's kind of similar to QuickBooks and things like that, but it's free, definitely worth it. Another app I like to use for the weather is Dark Sky. This is actually what I will more so use for rain alerts so that I can better prepare for those types of weather conditions. Now, I'm also a big GIF user, so I like to use Jiffy or Giphy, however you want to say the word. That's what I use for my memes or my GIFs when I'm texting my friends. Now, for my friends out there who are watching this, if you're ever curious where my GIF game comes from, that is it right there. Probably none of them care. I also have a lifestyle folder, so in here is where I have like my Apple Watch app, Hangouts, DirecTV Now. That is clutch. In all honesty, I do not currently have a traditional cable subscription. I have DirecTV Now, which I really love because it pretty much lets me stream all the channels that I probably would watch on cable. And to me, I don't really watch a lot of TV to the point that I feel like I need cable. But the beautiful thing is I can actually watch live television from my phone, my iPad, my TV, which I actually have it installed on my Apple TV. So that's pretty much how I watch all my TV shows. And it has DVR and on-demand TV shows. So definitely check it out. The only thing for me, I will say, is that sometimes the app has a hiccup. Like it'll say that it's trying to load and it keeps just crashing out, but it does not annoy me enough to cancel it and get cable instead. Of course, I also have Amazon because if you know me, you know I shop on Amazon a lot. I also have my sneakers app. I use a couple of apps in here, such as the sneakers app to find out different shoe releases from Nike. And then I have my StockX app to pretty much go in here and shop for like limited edition shoes or shoes that are probably sold out. And people are reselling them as they do have dead stock sneakers. I have a review folder, which I'm not gonna go into, but that's where I put all the apps that I want to test out and possibly feature in one of my top 5 apps videos. And then on my last page, I have my travel folder. This is where I have all of my travel related applications. Uber, Lyft, you know, you gotta have those when you're out and about. Also Yelp if you need to find different restaurants or locations near you. Play Memories because I use a Sony camera and it allows me to transfer photos and videos from my camera to my phone. And then I have my photography folder. This is where I go in and use different apps to edit my pictures. So Lightroom, Prisma, that gives me kind of like a cartoonish effect on my photos. Snapseed is the go-to first app out of all of these on which I feel you should download. It's free and it gives you like all these kind of advanced but still simple ways in which you can edit your photos from different looks or different filters on up to different tools so that you can sharpen an image, color correct an image. You can even do something called head pose, but it'll let me change, maybe it's not working on this one, but head pose will let you change the direction in which your head is, which is really neat. Never seen anything like that. I also use Filmic Pro when I want more control over my videos. It gives you lots of different options so you can basically expose separately from what you're trying to focus on, which the default camera app doesn't let you do. And it also lets you even choose things like your frame rate and even which microphone is being used for your video. I also like Photo Scan. That's gonna let you scan in different pictures, much like a scanner would, but better as it does reduce the glare on the image that's typically there when you scan a photo. And then I have my games folder. Honestly, I don't play a lot of games. I used to play a lot of Words with Friends, but over to either side of me is my face. You can tap on that to instantly subscribe to the channel. That way you can continue to get more content from me. And then beneath my face is a video which you can tap on to watch more content from me right now. But that's gonna do it for this one. As always, thanks for taking the time out to let me tech you out.